I will now call the April 20th, 2015 Blue Springs City Council meeting to order. If you would stand with me, observe a moment of silence, and then I will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. I want to welcome you in attendance, as well as those who might listen to the audio at a later time, to tonight's City Council meeting. The next we have is the consent agenda. Are there items need to be pulled? If not, I accept a motion for approval.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Councilman Levisay?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Next we have the election of the Mayor Pro Tem.
Your Honor,
Yes, Council.
I would like to put forth the name of Kent Edmondson for that position this year.
All right. Is there a second?
And with a hearty harumph, I second.
We have the motion and a second coming from that side of the room. Are there other names for consideration? If not, I would declare that the nominations be ceased and that Councilman Ken Edmondson be elected by acclamation. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Congratulations, Councilman Kent Edmondson, as the Mayor Pro Tem. Councilman Edmondson and I came on at the same time, and it's his second go-around as Mayor Pro Tem with me as mayor. So we look forward to working with you. And so Councilman Culpepper will be immediate pass Mayor Pro Tem.
I think she'll be happy
How
with
do you
that
like that
decision.
I
title?
know they're looking forward to seeing him every other Monday night at the Planning Commission.
For those that don't know, it's when you're elected Mayor Pro Tem, you automatically have a position on the Planning Commission. And they meet the opposite Monday that we don't meet, so he'll be meeting every Monday. It's one of the joys of the job. Okay, next we have introduction and reading of Bill 4366.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
All right.
First reading of Bill Number 4366, an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement with the White Oak Community Improvement District and Development Associates, LLC.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign?
Second reading of Bill Number 4366, an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement with the White Oak Community Improvement District and Development Associates, LLC.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Levisay?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4539.
Next, we have a presentation by the St. Jude's Dream Home, which will be our second one in the city of Blue Springs, down on the shores of Chapman Farms. So, Jacket, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Is this on? Okay, perfect. Well, thank you all so much for having us here tonight. We are excited to share some updates about the St. Jude Dream Home for 2015. We are thrilled to be back in Blue Springs. So first, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Jackie Kasner, and I work for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and I'll let the rest of my team, if you guys want to introduce yourself.
Valerie Rolfes, I'm the marketing director for Summit Custom Homes.
I'm Spencer Young. I'm the project manager out in Chapman Farms.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll go ahead and get into it. I want to share a little bit about St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to begin with. So our hospital was opened back in 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee by our late founder, Danny Thomas, who had a dream that no child shall die in the dawn of life. And because of projects like the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway, we are able to support the hospital and donations just like this to be able to make sure that no family has to pay for anything whenever their child is down in Memphis. St. Jude is the largest healthcare charity in the U.S., and like I said, our families never receive a bill for anything, from treatment to travel, housing, and food, so our families can just make sure their child gets better. A little bit more about St. Jude is that we see kids from all 50 states, including Kansas City, and we actually have some local patients that live here in Blue Springs, so this project is touching many lives. St. Jude has pushed the overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% back in 1962 and in a little over 50 years to 80%, and our doctors are working each and every day to make sure we can get that to 90% in the next 10 years. St. Jude has some of the best researchers on staff. We really coined the term bench to bedside. There's not many institutions like St. Jude in the way that we're able to combine both our research and our treatment in one facility. So about the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. So this is our 10th year here in Kansas City for the project, and we hope to raise $750,000 for the kids of St. Jude. How do we go about doing that? We sell Dream Home tickets, thanks to Summit Custom Homes, who builds our home at zero cost. They'll share a little bit more about that. And because of generous support, like the City of Blue Springs and other businesses coming together to donate to the project so we can build a home that's worth over $600,000. This year we have great media partners that help us with our marketing strategy to get the word out. So we partner with KFKF, the Kansas City Star, and Kansas City At Home magazine. So a little bit about our timeline for this year. It's pretty similar to last year, if any of you were a part of that campaign. So we kicked off in January with our groundbreaking ceremony. I know Mayor Ross was sharing that he's been by the Dream Home recently, and it is coming along just fine. So we're really excited about that. We have our floor signing event coming up on May 21st that we invite you all to attend. More details will be at the end of the presentation, and this is a neat opportunity where all of our construction donors, sponsors, and our local St. Jude families get to come sign their well wishes to the home. Tickets will go on sale June 1st this year. We're selling 7,500 tickets with our hopes to raise $750,000 for the kids of St. Jude. And there's many ways that you can reserve these tickets, whether it be online, through mail, at the Dream Home, or by calling our 800 number. We have a few prizes that people can win along the way. Our first being a car, thanks to Bill George's Olathe Kia. So anyone who reserves their ticket by May 3rd will be entered to win the Dream Home plus that car. If you reserve your ticket, by August 30th, you'll be entered to win also a $10,000 Visa gift card thanks to North American Savings Bank. The home will officially open for free tours on September 12th. So last year, in the 2014 Dream Home, we had over 7,000 people come out to Blue Springs to visit the home. And they learn about this through mail pieces, our media partners that we have. There's many different ways that we get the word out there, and we invite people to come visit the home. And while they're there, they can enter for free to win a $10,000 furniture shopping spree to Corley Furniture. The home will be open through October, the Parade of Homes, every day, and that's where we see a ton of our traffic, thanks to Summit Custom Homes and how they promote the home being a part of the Parade of Homes. And we will be giving away the home this year on October 15th on the 10 o'clock news on Channel 41. Go ahead and pass to you.
So this year's home, we decided to go bigger and better, right? So last year we built in Chapman Farms, and we're building there again. This year's lot is on the lake. It's a corner lot. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is just over a 4,000 square foot home. It's a brand new plan called the Templeton, and that's with an unfinished basement. So you can only imagine the size of this house. And it's five bedroom, 5 bath, and we're doing kind of a new concept. It's a multi-generational home, which means we have essentially 2 master suites. We have a master suite on the main level, which has its own laundry, bathroom, gorgeous bedroom, and then the upstairs has another master suite. And then another unique feature that we have in this year's home is we're actually doing a pet shower. So it's kind of a little different, and we think that the market's going to appreciate it. Spencer, did you have anything? Spencer's our personal builder. He's been working on the home every day. So if you ever go out there, you can wave to the Summit truck, and it's Spencer inside. So.
I really don't have much to add, but it's just a great thing to be a part of every year, and appreciate the City of Blue Springs letting us working with us and everything like that. It's just a great thing to see. We've had so far over, I think we've had about 35 different trades either donate material, time, or labor in the house, and we'll probably be around 50 or 60 different trades in there as well. So it's really something to be a part of. It's pretty cool. Thank you.
So we just want to show you a few of the photos. So here's the rendering of this year's 2015 Kansas City St. Jude Dream Home Giveaway House. And the plan, I don't know, Spencer or Valerie, if you want to say anything about, I know you touched on the extra suite on the main level.
Yeah, so you'll have right when you walk in here, you'll have a nice front porch here, with a larger entry with an elevated ceiling to the second floor on the foyer. There'll be an office, which can be an optional bedroom for a 6-bed there, with its own private bath that can be shared into the common space here as well. The great room, large great room, it'll have built-in bookshelves on the side of the fireplace there, with a nice open kitchen to the dining room as well, which will lead to the covered deck that looks over the lake. Into this side here, off the garage, as well as the main entry, we'll have an owner's entrance area. It'll kind of just be a mother-in-law suite or in-law suite, basically, with its own nice, large guest bath and guest closet with its own washer and dryer in there as well. You go upstairs here, we'll have 2 Jack Jill bedrooms on the side here, on the top on the left, and then on the bottom they'll have their own closets, their own vanity rooms, and they'll share the bathroom itself. And there'll be a nice little loft area here with another fireplace with a TV set up there. That'll lead into the master bedroom. Double box vault on the ceiling with a full light tray and all fancy stuff there. And the master bath's a really cool thing we're doing this year. The master bath we're going to do this year, it'll have the tub will actually be within side of the shower itself, so it's going to be one big tiled room with a single door in there, all the jet body sprayers, rain heads, all the stuff you'd think you could have in there, and then a bench as well, so which will lead into a master closet that's bigger than the bedroom I think I have now, with a whole makeup desk and all that stuff in there, so it'll be pretty cool. This front bedroom here we're going to use as an optional media room. We'll trick it out with speakers, and it'll actually have a mini fridge and a whole media cabinet and everything is there. So it's a pretty cool plan. I think for the way it's laying out now, I think it's going to be one of my more favorite ones I've been a part of. So we're excited.
Cool. I just added a few photos. I grabbed this photo. This is from last week, I think. So where are you guys right now?
We're installing trim in the house. We're all through sheetrock. This week we'll be installing cabinets and putting the trim around it, and hope to be painting next week.
And then this photo I loved because you can see the lake in the back. Again, it's just a gorgeous lot out there. All right, so a little bit I shared about the floor signing event. So invite you all to attend. I will get you all an email invitation with the details. So May 21st from 4 to 6, we'd love for you to stop by the Dream Home and leave your mark as we look to wrap up construction and get these tickets sold. So again, truly thank you to you all at the City of Blue Springs. We are so excited to be back here and had an amazing year last year, selling all 7,500 tickets, and look to have another sellout in 2015, and we couldn't do it without your partnership. You all are truly making a difference for St. Jude, and we appreciate the warm welcome that we have here in the city.
But thank you for coming and sharing it with us. We're indeed privileged to have you come and do it, and just the mere traffic that you bring to the city, introducing people to Blue Springs, is great. Now, I didn't win anything with my ticket last year, but that was on purpose. I was holding out for this year.
For this home, yeah.
I know Councilman Carter has been very involved with St. Jude's. Is there anything that you'd like to add?
Well, I'm just curious. Last year we waived whatever fees were relative to this. Are we doing the same thing this year? Or do I need to propose
I believe we
that?
are, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Same protocol as
Yeah.
last year.
Very excited to have you back in Blue Springs.
Thank you.
All right.
Any other comments from council? I think we speak on behalf of everybody in the whole city that we just thank you for being here, and we look forward to the floor signing. I did it last year. They won't see it until they replace the carpet or hardwood or whatever you have there, but that's okay. But we'll try to make it and sign it again this year. So
Wonderful.
thank you for coming and sharing the update, and we look forward to the kickoff, the signing, and all the things involved with it.
Great. Thank you all.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Be safe. Okay, that brings us to the introduction and reading of Bill 4367.
I'll introduce you, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of Bill Number 4367, an ordinance amending Section 365.080 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri to restrict parking of recreational vehicles and trailers over 20 feet in length on residential streets.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4367, an ordinance amending Section 365.080 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri to restrict parking of recreational vehicles and trailers over 20 feet in length on residential streets.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Is there a second? Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Let me think about it. Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4540.
I want to thank the Vice Chairman of the Public Safety Citizens Advisory Board for being present, and his wonderful wife, Judy. And just because we passed this doesn't mean you can leave. You're going to have to stay until the end of the meeting. Okay. Since we have one more item. Okay, that brings us to introduction and reading of Bill 4368.
I introduce it.
All right.
First reading of Bill Number 4368, an ordinance amending the 2014-2015 annual budget of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading and proceed with the second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Same sign.
Second reading of Bill Number 4368, an ordinance amending the 2014-2015 annual budget of the City of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its second reading and assign the appropriate ordinance number.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Councilman Levesey?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously, given ordinance number 4541.
That brings us to mayoral announcements, and I'm going straight to thoughts to ponder. Tonight's comes from Napoleon. Victory belongs to the most persevering. End quote. Don't have any visitors' appearance form, therefore I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So
Is
moved.
there a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. Same sign. We adjourn.